What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you feeling? Markets are still frothy at the top. Is it at the top? Is it at the bottom? What is about to happen with the price? We see AVAX pumped massively overnight. We got quite a few other altcoins that have been pumping. Bitcoin's holding around that $44,000 level. What are you doing? What are you feeling? Let's get this music pumping, and we're going to get this going here in just a few moments. Man, what a different feeling it is lately with having these markets being up after such a long bear market and the choppiness. And is it going to have that pre-halving real pump? Markets have been up. Are you feeling good? Are you guys in profit? Throw a boom emoji in there if you're a member. If you are in profit, if you're not in profit, we got to get you there. That's what this is about. This is a community. That's what BitLab Academy daily streams are about. And of course, inside BitLab Academy, if you're not in the Discord, there's a lot of great trades that have been identified in there from John Dalton. I've been sharing some charts in there as well. So has Tim. Hope you're all paying attention in there in those different channels in the chat and charts and chart requests, Jim calls, alt spots and trades. Just get involved. I'm telling you right now, there's so much involved in that in the Discord. Hope you're all feeling well. I want to do some roll call right now. Let's get these emojis flying by. Let's see some positivity. Let's see what you're grateful for. I want to see everybody in here. Let me know what they're grateful for. We got 23 people in the room. We only got 14 likes. Everybody hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Ding the bell. We're getting going here in just a moment. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to the BitLab Academy daily stream. Welcome to a very cold studio. I have my jacket on today. I've got a long wool jacket and I'm talking long scarf. It is chilly in here today, but you know what's heating me up? You know what's heating me up right now is these markets and the underlying technology that is blockchain. It is, things are just doing exactly what everybody that understands these market cycles doing exactly what we thought they would, which is have a pre-halving run. The question is going to be, are we going to get a correction? That's the question everybody wants to know. If you're a longer term player, you're not so worried about it. If you're in there trading on the position trading, or you just want it to go up because you're underwater. I want to know right now, if you're watching this channel, first off, welcome to the show. My name is Kellam, and this is your first time. I can guarantee you it's not going to be your last time. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ding the bell. Get involved with us here. We'll break down these markets, break down a little bit of the news. We cover some news, but we want to talk about the charts, talk about strategy, talk about tools and resources here in BitLab Academy on this stream, and also in the BitLab Academy courses and Discord. We really want to provide all the tools you need so that you can navigate this market. So it doesn't really matter which direction it goes. Now, if you believe in a project, if you've done your diligence, it shouldn't really matter which way the volatility takes it. Now, there's been some really great market movement over the last, couple days, just jumping right in here. I mean, look at that giant teal candle. Not only is that a bullish candle, but it also means that there's a lot of buying pressure under it, which is why this candle is teal. This, we see it also right here. And then we get these yellow candles. If you really zoom in here, you'll see this was a yellow candle here. These yellow candles are stopping volume. And this is on the 3-day chart. And this is basically, you would see this if you've got the BitLab Intelligence, which is part of the BitLab trading stack. You can also get it if you sign up for the BitLab Pro. You can get the indicators by themselves, but I really recommend getting a BitLab Pro so you can be fully involved in the Discord and everything going on in there. But these candles, also with all these other signals that are on, within this indicator package, we can see the stopping volume coming in, and then the price actually slows down. Price tries to pump, stopping volume kind of slows down, doesn't move up. It's very strong buying pressure and bullish impulse to the upside. Took us all the way up. What's the high? All we have to do, if you want to know the high, is put your mouse over a candle. You can see up here OHLC. That's open, high, low, close of each candle that you're looking at. So you can see the open of the candle, which is the body, the close, which is the top of the body. If this is a bullish candle, if it's a bearish candle, the open is at the top and the close is at the bottom. That's what makes it a bearish candle. And then the high and the low is how far these wicks go out. So if we put our mouse over this, the high here is 44,490. We put our mouse over this, the high is 44,282. So we're seeing right now, we have 2 days left on this 3-day candle. So what's it looking like on the weekly? We've got, of course, 4 days and 9 hours left on this. The high, of course, is going to be 44,490. But we broke through some key areas that we've been talking about for a long time. We've had a couple different lines on this chart that we've been talking about, and that's these two parallel lines, as well as this blue line that comes right up the middle right here, that has just shown a lot of support here, here, here. This is where we broke down from, and look at this. As soon as we broke it, dropped straight down to form a new low here, which is basically a double bottom from where this low is. So come down, boom, here, and once we break back up, look at this, just holding resistance right here above the price action until we finally chop through it a few times, and then we're able to break free of that ceiling that is above us. Nobody's going to put a glass ceiling on Bitcoin. It's going to go up, up and away. We will see Bitcoin at 200, at 400,000, at 800,000, at 2 million. But we can't trade on a 15-minute candle set expecting that, because it's going to eat you alive. You need to know what time frame. You need to know what time frame you're trading for, what your goals are within that time frame, so you don't know that Bitcoin is going to go up to $1 million, which I really think it's very likely that it will. The stock to flow demand and supply and everything that's programmed into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to break that $1 million mark, but it doesn't mean that you're going to capture all that bullishness in a 15-minute chart. You're likely to get eaten alive. You're likely to trade away your capital and give it to somebody that has a better strategy. If you're trading towards that million, then you need to be having a longer term portfolio that you are stacking into. And so if you have a trade portfolio that's much smaller and you're trading on those 15-minute charts and you're making money, you can transfer some of that and rotate some of it. You can rotate some of that capital into that longer term portfolio so that you can take advantage of those longer term plays and capitalize on having capital in your long-term hold portfolio when the prices do continue to rise up to those levels. Now, what does this mean for right now? What should we be doing? Well, what we should be doing is taking account of all things going on in the market. There's a lot going on globally right now, but we also understand that, there's some key areas looking right here on the chart. This is a chart from Bitcoin Strategy Platform, courtesy of the Rational Root. And we've got these 3 key metrics right here. And yes, they are very far below us, but we got to take account of where they're at on the chart, because they will give us a likely indication of if price does reverse, is there confluence with any of these levels and any other levels, price action levels on the chart? And we can see right here, this is a short-term holder cost basis. And just as I mentioned about 2 weeks ago, when this was pushing up, I was waiting to see when this would eclipse where this previous high was, because this is a level I was looking for price action to likely at some point, and it may not, at some point for price action to come down and touch or test this level. What's going to really strengthen the narrative here for the bulls is right now, say something happens and it just absolutely nukes the market and the market starts, Bitcoin starts falling very quickly. what we can find confidence is now that we have the short-term holder cost basis and the 21-week moving average and the 200-day moving average, all three of these coming up. The 200-day moving average is not quite there yet. It's at 29, basically just shy of $30,000. But we're seeing these three key moving averages push up and get basically in confluence with about where this previous high was. Short-term holder cost basis is already past that level. The 21-week moving average is, let's see where you're at. It's just shy of it. It's about $700, $800 shy of this previous high. The point being is when the price, if the price, I shouldn't say when, if the price does reverse course, it's no cause for us to be super scared and shaken out, because we've seen time and time again where we're at on this cycle. We can see that, where is the halving cycle? There we go. We've seen this time and time again, and I've shown you this, and we just have to beat this through our heads because we get so lost in the small volatility of an asset when we're trading it. When we look at this over the long run, this is that line we're waiting for. What is this line? It's right over here. We can see this is when the halving happened, push up into the halving, a little bit of sell-off. It sold off a little more, and then it consolidated. We could tell that from over here. Now, right here, again, this is when, large push up a long ways before the halving, and then pretty large sell-off, global economic shutdown, halving happened, and then the market was let loose. And then, of course, what are we doing right now? We've already pushed up. I don't even know what the total is. We pushed up quite well this year so far. So let's go January 2nd, from there all the way up to where we're at now. 168, 170% we are up. So, people, so this is a message to all of those of you. So this is a message to all of you out there that said Bitcoin was dead. All those hundreds of times that we've seen articles about it. Those times that, why are you in Bitcoin, from your friends and family, your neighbors? Oh, crypto's a scam. But somehow Bitcoin rises from the ashes again? Or was it even in the ashes? Was it on a schedule that we've seen play out time and time and time again? If we remove all these green lines, we can see right here. Let me go ahead and throw this up on the screen. We can see that this was the previous halving. A lot of movement pre-halving and then a sell-off. We can also see when we go back a little bit of ways, a lot of consolidation, large movement up, consolidation, large movement up, consolidation. I think we're going to see something more akin to something like this, unless we get the spot ETFs, and then I think we'll start seeing, this very fast movement up pre-halving, which we're really working on right now. This has been moving up so beautifully. If you look, we're looking at the weekly chart. This looks like a 4-hour chart with how much this is moving. This, even from this date right here, October 16th, everybody, some of us, we had to prepare for downside, but some people were still thinking once we got down to this level, especially when we got to this low here, that those perma bears here were saying, oh yeah, I knew it. They add to their shorts, comes down here, starts pushing up. They add more to their shorts. They add more to their shorts. At some point, those perma bears are going to be completely eaten alive and either liquidated or forced to close their positions, because this move to the downside never happened. And in fact, from October 16th, we can see the price action is up 62%. That is $17,080. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, from 2027 up to about $17,000 since back here in mid-October. So a little over a month and a half has gone by, and prices are just ripping. And we're coming in to this line, this oh so fortuitous line that we all know about, and we have to prepare for the possibility that we get a different circumstance even than we've seen in the previous two cycles. Now, I've talked about the likelihood of what's going to happen based on these previous cycles, and we've seen when we overlay this how similar these cycles have run, but we also have to contend for the possibility that something is not like it was before. We cannot bet on that with 100% conviction, because we don't know what's going to happen with these spot ETFs. We don't know if they're going to get delayed. What if they get delayed into the halving and beyond? What if they get just outright denied? What if all of them get approved and launched before the end of the year? All these things we cannot know until they happen. All we can do is prepare and get in this market. So I'm coming back over to the chat. I'm reading the chat right now. I want to see a roll call right now. We got 70 people in the room. We got only 30 likes. I want to see each and every single one of you hit the like button right now. Get involved with supporting crypto. It's all you're doing when you hit a like button on a stream like this. You're letting YouTube know you like this kind of content. I don't know how or why, but shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. I have somehow, it must have been from when we were in New York, I have Miss Teen Crypto's sticker in my pocket. So shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. But I want to see everybody in the chat right now. Drop what you're feeling in the emojis right there. If you're a member, drop the emojis of what are you feeling? Are you feeling bullish? Are you feeling bearish? Are you feeling like it's about to boom again? Are you feeling like a cat astronaut we're about to go to the moon? Or do you think Gary Gensler is going to come down and put his foot down on the markets? Drop Mr. Burns if you think Gary Gensler is up to some funny business. Let's come back over to the charts. We have a lot of things we want to go over today in a short amount of time. So a couple things. We'll get to this in a second. If you haven't yet, make sure you head over to twitter.com right here. Boom, 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 boom. Make sure you give me a follow right here at Kelly Kellam, KELLYKELLAM. And then Joshua Jake posted this. Couple coins that we talked about in the BitLab member stream, as well as in the Discord, and also in the interview that I did with him about a month ago. And he's been talking about this. DESCI just got a category with 5 projects. And several of these, I know he's mentioned Genome. I know he's mentioned Gene. I know he's mentioned VitaDAO. I don't know if he's mentioned RSC or Lake in those 2 streams we did, but he's been dropping the sauce. We've also been sharing this with you, and these are now listed on almost say Coinbase, on CoinGecko, which is a good thing. It also brings more awareness. It also means it is substantiating a little bit of their business legitimacy, because they try not to just list coins. They try to figure out if there's some substance to those projects that are being launched, because if they truly launched every coin that was in existence, there would be thousands and thousands. In fact, you can look at this, coinmarketcap.com. If you go to coinmarketcap.com, says that there are over 2 million cryptos. Okay. CoinGecko.com says that there is 11,000 coins. So CoinGecko tries to do a little bit better job of just sort of narrowing down the focus to projects that either do matter or may matter. It's the best way to put it, because there's going to be a lot of coins that are in these lists, even on CoinGecko, that are going to fail. In fact, as bullish as I am, one of the things everybody needs to be aware of is you have to hedge for your future. You cannot just be an ultra bull on every single coin somebody tells you about. The fact of the matter is, the majority of the coins that are out there will likely no longer be around in 5 years. We've already seen that from the 2017 ICO cycle, all the new crypto projects, all the new altcoins that popped out, all the meme projects. There's so many different things, and this ecosystem is evolving and moving so fastly. And the rate of change by which how many new people are going to be coming into the space makes it ripe for scams, makes it ripe for just malfeasance. So you need to be your own best ally. You need to make sure you tune into things like BitLab Academy. You tune into things like Discover Crypto, and you tune in to looking into the data of the different projects that you are trying to invest and trade and get rich off of. You can only get rich if you get safe. You need to have a good hedging mechanism. You need to have a good risk management strategy, and you need to understand the timeline for which you are investing or trading in each asset that you're trading. And always try to weight more heavily towards Bitcoin and Ethereum and the top cap and the top market cap altcoins. Get exposure to those smaller cap coins as well, but do it in a smaller percentage basis of your portfolio. Now, coming back over to what we're talking about here, boom, boom, boom. Big story here. I just caught this right before we went live. So this is Caitlin Long. She's really big advocate in the crypto space. She said, I caught up with a big Bitcoiner and investor in Bitcoin infrastructure who said he doesn't think this rally, which is the rally we're currently in, doesn't think this rally is all about the spot ETF. He thinks it's about this too. Now, this is what they're talking about. Let's go ahead and click on this and go in here. This says, just in, the Emir of Qatar has landed in El Salvador. What do you think they're going to talk about? Now, we know that that El Salvador has been making some moves. I think they were the first company to list Bitcoin as legal tender, and everybody tried to rake him over the coals. Everybody tried to rake Nayib Bukele over the coals because, especially the traditional minded, the central banks. Why? Because he's doing something different. Why do you want to do something different? Because the system as we know it has not been working. And he knows that. And he doesn't want to be under the thumb of the central bank. And we can see right here, El Salvador's president is celebrating after Bitcoin reserve he bought with public money has entered the black amid continuing Bitcoin price rise. Since 2021, Nayib Bukele has spent more than $120 million of his impoverished nation's money buying Bitcoin. Issue retractions and offer apologies, he urged his critics on X, formerly known as Twitter. But economists say it's too early to celebrate his high-risk bet at the center of a drive for Bitcoin adoption. Now, do you believe, I'm curious, do you think Bitcoin is a high-risk bet? I think maybe this argument can be made if you're somebody is investing all your life savings or all your nation's capital into a degen alt play, sure. But Bitcoin, I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin is making the right moves. In fact, if we come over here, I want you to just notice this. I want to make sure my desktop audio is off. Just pay attention to this. What this outlines is not that Bitcoin is the risky play. Let me say that again. What this outlines is not that Bitcoin is a risky play. No, it's quite the contrary. It is showing that the US dollar is the risky play. Why? Yes, you see the US dollar. Look at this. The rise of the US dollar just absolutely ate up all the market share of nearly all the other fiat currencies that are out there. But the argument I'm making, and the argument that Bitcoin is making by the rate of adoption that is already starting the S curve of just astronomical growth, the transparency, the safety, the strength of the network. What we're going to see is a very similar graph to this. Instead of this being blue, we will see this in orange as Bitcoin eats up market share of the national and international fiat currency systems and regimes and just schemes that are out there. These fiat systems are schemes. They are rigged against you. Bitcoin is a currency for the people, by the people, without having to trust any people. Understand that, and you'll understand why Bitcoin is not the risky play, the US dollar, or whatever fiat currency that you're trying to argue for, or even gold. Those are the risky plays. Does this make sense? Is this landing with you guys? Woo. Now, let's come ahead and see over here. Let's see. I see. Kate, you got some questions in here. Maybe a Band-Aid. And if you guys want to send me in the facts section, there's a spot about getting the invite for the indicators, if I remember right. You guys send me or me and Alex Green a message on Discord. We'll get you all sorted there. I'm not sure. I can't go through all those. There's a lot of data there, but we'll get you all sorted if there's something that needs to happen there. But let's kind of move on here. And I just want to point out this. Plan B, Bitcoin in profit. 91% of all Bitcoin is in profit. Feels like ETF approval is leaking and SEC insiders are buying. How long will the SEC contain it? I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I think that it could be some of the case, but one of the main things here is with or without the Bitcoin spot ETF, Bitcoin would do well going into this next bull run. Why? Because it's on schedule to do so. Stock to flow. The reduction in the amount of new Bitcoin issued daily is being cut in half in April. There's more people using this now. There's institutions buying. They can put it on their balance sheets. You're seeing stories like El Salvador putting the nation's money in Bitcoin, everybody dragging him over the coals. Now he's back in profit. It's moving up. We see Michael Saylor stacking all along the way. He's up, I think, almost over $1 billion now. And everybody was worried about him being margin called 6 or 8 months ago. Bitcoin is the future. Now, coming on over to this, make sure you're following BitLab Academy as well. If you haven't, come over here at Academy BitLab. Join us. here on Twitter. I'm sharing a lot more shorts and stuff too. If you guys, you probably saw it at the beginning of the stream. I'm trying to cut out little shorts from these things and get little tidbits we can share out to more people and get more people. I'm trying to be a missionary for Bitcoin, a missionary for crypto trading and investing, to make sure people understand what these technologies are and also understand how to get involved and log into something like Blofin, our trusted partner here for trading and investing here in the crypto space. They got a great exchange, no VPN, no KYC required. As I said the other day, I just want to recommend and encourage that you diversify how and where you put your money. Don't put your entire crypto holdings into one exchange. And if you do, make sure, let me rephrase that. Not if you do. Don't put your entire crypto holdings into one exchange or even one wallet, even one cold storage wallet. This is another exchange that we're using that has got great liquidity. It's smart, it's trusted, it's got a great, basically, a flow here. And I'm doing a training video on it this week, so to teach you guys how to use this and in a smart way, trade leverage and use it to your benefit, not use it to something that steals money from your portfolio, from your exchange wallets. Okay, we want to make money here. We don't want to donate our money to the game. There was something else I wanted to share here. I can't remember what it was, but let's go ahead and look at the markets. There's a lot of stuff that's been pumping. Coming back over here, Bitcoin's up 5%, Ethereum up 2%, BNB dead even, XRP only up 2%. But we're starting to see when we get a little bit further down in this second part of the top tier market cap cryptos, Cardano up almost 12%, Dogecoin up over 15%, Avalanche had a 20% move overnight. We're seeing a lot of big movers. If we come over here to the 24-hour chart, Helium, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if they're still building things out. I know my dad ordered some Helium miners, never got them, but they're up 50%. Wemix, I don't even know what Wemix is. This looks like it's has something to do with music. 23%. Beam is up 21%. Tia is still rocking 19%. I mean, look at this on Helium. Look at this. This is something. There must have been some sort of development there. Quant finally breaking free of that $100 mark. We talked about this yesterday. I brought it up on Discover Crypto. I brought it up on this stream as well, up 11%. And Polkadot up 9%. There's a lot of things out there that have been moving. And where are we at? There we are. So let's go ahead very quickly. I got to run over. I'm doing some TA on Discover Crypto. I will be doing a live stream for members later. So if you're not a member yet on this channel, or you could also be a member at BitLab Academy, I'll be doing a bunch of TA this afternoon. Maybe we'll jump into some trades together. And by none of the trades that I take, I suggest that you take. You have to do your own diligence, but I'll walk you through some of the trades. If there's a trade to take, I will take it live on those streams. And that's gonna, so members, sign up. We will be seeing you. I'll throw an event in the Discord as well at the very top here. You'll see it up here. This is the next one that Alex is doing, but you're going to see another one posted here in a few minutes. But I mean, look at this AVAX trade. John Dalton set this up perfectly for you guys, absolutely perfectly. And I mean, there's so much stuff in here. The gym calls, and get involved with our Discord. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of TA, little 2-minute technicals. Let's get down on the 1 hour just because we want to know where things are going today. Look at this. Bitcoin, it's got a little bit of an M formation here with another little bit of an M formation, and this is a little concerning because we've lost this trend signal line. Now, we did that here as well, just consolidated a little bit longer to the side and then broke out. So we want to watch if something like that's going to happen as well. And look at this target. Out of this bull pennant, came up just shy of this target. So let's see right here if this is going to be projected out like this. Let's come out right here, get another. This is going to be kind of hard to. We'll leave that bottom one off. But this is looking like, it's looking like just like this. Look, information, almost a triple top here. And we also had this information here. We had a information here, another information. This is looking like it's trying to sell. It's trying to sell the emotions that this is going to break down. So I'm a little skeptical on it breaking down right now because things are so frothy. But we do have, I won't call it bearish divergence, but there's a huge difference here in how high these stochastics go and how low they are here, even though this relatively almost gets to about the same level. And the RSI is angled to the downside. I would bet of this taking some move down. I'm just wondering if it's going to be a liquidity player now. What does Quant look like? Actually, let's look at AVAX, because AVAX, I took a trade on AVAX this morning, and then had to step away from my computer as we were setting things up, and ended up getting stopped out while I was away from the computer. But this was a beautiful, that's why it was on the 7-minute. All right, look at this. Look at this move. This is a nice move right here. And this is what the bulls, people that are very bullish biased, they're looking at this right here. Why did I do that? This is a flagpole right here. This is a bit of the flag, boom, right here that we got right there. The breakout of this would be somewhere all the way up here into the 30s, low 30s. If that happens, it doesn't have to happen. This was a pretty rock solid move. I mean, this alone right there, that's a 24% move on this. So AVAX really pushing up overnight. What does the Lux Algo say here? Lux Algo shows, yeah, see, we got up here, got a little frothy, got the triangle, got a potential sell signal, and the price action did break down, but it just formed a flag. So if we lose this level, which is $25, then I do think we're going to be testing down. And look at this. We have this sort of support zone right down in here, which is kind of in confluence just above these previous highs here. So I'd be looking for price action to come likely somewhere down into here. Where does that say in terms of the Fibonacci? Let's go all the way up to the top and look at that. If we go from the bottom to the top, doing this fib retracement analysis, pushing up, come down. We drew these lines before knowing the golden pocket is right here, right on top of this sort of dynamic support zone right here on the Lux Algo. What does it show on the BitLab trading stack? Look at that. Just so happens the BitLab BitLab volume outlines this perfectly. What am I talking about? See this green box right here? It says this is a high liquidity zone right here. We need to pay attention to this. If we come back out to, let's look at the 6 hour. Yeah, I mean, this on the 6 hour, this right in line with where the trend signal line is right here and the dynamic support zone. So I'd be watching if this does break down for potential re-entry opportunity here around the 23, one of those buy the dip opportunities. If this does break out to the upside, I'd be a little cautious because we already saw a little bit of fake out here. It's coming back down. If we do break out, I'd be watching really for a break here of 26.95. But that's what I'm seeing on AVAX. That's what I was seeing on Bitcoin. What we seeing on Chainlink. Chainlink's getting some bullish divergences right here. Hidden bull demand index also. But this is starting to roll over. I'm thinking the market, whichever direction the market decides to go, I think the rest of the market will likely be pulled in that direction. So we're going to want to watch Bitcoin. If we do sort of break down here, this is a pretty beautiful kind of a symmetrical triangle, but also kind of a almost kind of a bull flag, because this would make everybody's day that are Chainlink. Look at this. I'm doing this live with you guys. This measurement goes directly into the middle of these two order blocks from this order block formed here, and then the secondary order block formed here. So this is the target if this does break out. But I do think when things start moving, it's not going to matter where targets are, because prices are going to be rocking up. We can take some profit. We take some profit here on the pullback. You find your re-entry and then continue on your smaller allocated trading portfolio. These are the things that we want to get across. So I'm watching if we do break down below 1432. I think we'll likely come down to $11.75, $12. But I do think there's a high possibility on any breakdowns on any of these patterns that these will be liquidity traps, bear traps, and then rocket back to the upside. So trade accordingly right now. Be smart. That's all I got for you today. Hope you all have a wonderful day. If you haven't yet, if you're watching anywhere else, make sure you head over to youtube.com/@BitLab Academy or search BitLab Academy. Come give us a follow. Go through these daily alpha, these videos here. These are all great stuff, especially if you haven't yet. If you scroll over here, this pro trading view guide that was right there, at the very end right here, go through that, dominate your trading view so you know how to draw your lines, set up your templates, navigate the analysis, because if you can't navigate the analysis, how are you going to navigate the market? And watch several of these other interviews. These are timeless. That's why I put them in the daily alpha. You can watch them anytime. Love you all. I appreciate you all. Make sure you head to bitlabacademy.com. Sign up with us. We got some big changes coming. We got a lot more integrations, and I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. And again, thank you to our exchange partner, Blofin. And that's all I got. I'll see you on Discover Crypto. Adios. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button. Join us in our community. I'll see you in the Discord, and I'll see you over on Discover Crypto. Now, everybody, before I go, roll call. Let's see those emojis. Let's get it popping, and I will see you in the afternoon members-only stream. So join to be a member if you haven't yet, and I'll see you there. Adios. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always tuning in. BitLabAcademy.com. Hit that like button, sucker.